Welcome back once again. This is Shane, Garage of Constant Sorrow. Today we switched over. These are the wheels that came on the Nomega. These are the fronts. The rears are over there somewhere. But the two front ones had good tires on it. They're only like 2.5 years old, and they looked brand new. So I went ahead and used those. Swapped them over to. I got some OLS 10 rims. Just because they're cheap, you can find them anywhere. I got center caps for them too. I do need to get the lug nuts with the external threads, so you can get the caps that hold the center cap on, the little lug nut caps, the cap to hold on the bigger cap. Anyway, so these are actually welds. I believe they're light as a feather. Man, somebody put a stupid sticker on this one, but there we go. Oh, that's got a different cap on it. That may just be a weld center cap. I don't know. But they look like welds, and they're very, very light. And they probably weigh only a pound each. Anyway, I'm going to clean them up with this stuff that I found in my friend's house after he passed away. His parents gave me a bunch of his tools and told me to take whatever I wanted. But this stuff is a wadding. See right there, Magic Wadding Polish that polishes various types of metals, aluminum being one of the main ones. Basically, we're just going to tear off a piece of this stuff and start rubbing it on the surface, see what it does. Once I do that, I'm going to sell them. But unlike most people on Facebook or Craigslist, I'm going to make them look good before I do so. That way I get top dollar. So let me get you set up in the tripod and we'll see how this works. Okay, so the instructions say tear off a small portion of wadding, rub the surface until all dirt is removed. I mean, I wiped this down already with an old towel I had, and got all the actual dirt off of it. This hopefully takes off all the corrosion, the film or gunk or whatever it is that aluminum does. All right, here's the wadding. Just take a piece. Hopefully it's still good, because I don't know how old this is, and I don't know if it evaporates over time. It sure stinks though. Whew. All right, cap on. Oh, you know, it just kind of smells like shoe polish. All right, I'm going to try this over here where you guys can see it. Hopefully that's the concrete that's crooked and not the... Oh, wait, there's a weight on the backside. Never mind. Well, it's already doing something. Got a little dirt. Well, so far it is shining it up, but there's still, I don't know, kind of imperfections in the metal itself. I don't know. Alright, I am going to probably fast forward to after I get this done and then show you guys the finished product compared to the one not done yet. Alright, later. Well, there's a little bit of improvement. You can see, hopefully you can see, the one on the left is the one I polished up. But it's still just not good enough. It's, it's got, I'm gonna get some, it looks like it was a sticker here, maybe a little residue, get some Goo Gone and get rid of that. But like, look at this, you can see I guess that's in the metal itself, so I need to go down farther. I got this kit, this polishing kit with a Dremel-like tool I bought from Harbor Freight. So I may try that. It comes with, well, here, I'll show you. Hang on, I'll be back. So this is what I got. this and of course Bauer Harbor Freight is not a sponsor. Although if they want to be, I'm willing to go into negotiation. So look, we got this flexible. What do you call those things? Oh heck, I can't think of the word. Anyway, we got the polishing. Come on. Well, anyway, you can see it. Buffer wheel, and then the compound right there. They're going to put you guys back in your position right there. All right, now take. And this is the cool thing I like about this. It's got the lock thing there. You basically twist the head of this thing until that thing locks in place. Loosen, take the old one out, put the new one in, and give ourselves a little distance away from there, and then lock it down. Release the lock, put your tool in your handy dandy little holder. And this is the first time I ever polished with this. I used the cut-off wheel a couple times, grinding stone a couple times, but this is the first time for the polishing wheel. Let's find out what happens. So, right about there. All right, let's see what happened. Not much. Well, I sure thought that would do a better job than that. I always say try things on an inconspicuous spot, but I've kind of picked the most conspicuous spot there is. And this thing didn't exactly get covered with this goop. So I don't know if this goop is any good. I mean, it may be 100 years old and so dried out it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So we're gonna call that one quits. Just make a little discovery video there, just show you what I found and what I did. Didn't work exactly. I mean, it kind of worked. They're better than they were. And I'll continue on with the rest of them in that fashion. So, they'll be for sale soon if you want to buy them. Tell your friends. Hey, quick side note. I decided to go buy some new polishing cream. I ended up with Blue Magic. Not a sponsor. I had a coupon for O'Reilly, so this was $10, so I had a $5 coupon, $5 plus tax. Anyway, I did this outer edge, and with just barely any pressure at all, it cleaned this like you would not believe. Now, I don't think you can see it here, so I'm going to do a demo real quick right here, because this is freaking awesome. These are going to look so good. I'm going to be able to charge twice as much for them. Yeah, we're just going to stick that on there. Put that down. Oh, and I did try the little buffer, this guy. And it worked pretty good, but it slung the paste all over the place. So that's why I decided to go. You can probably see it on my face somewhere. Anyway, here we go. Rub, rub, rub. Like I said, not real hard, not a whole lot of pressure. Supposedly until you get more than that on a bigger area. So you rub it in until it turns black, apparently. Rub, 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 rub-a-dub-dub. Hopefully it works as well on here as it did on the other spot. It doesn't look like it's going to, though. I don't know. Maybe it's more of a linear. Oh yeah, see, it's got nasty black on me. Maybe it's more of a linear rubbing. I'm going in circles now, whereas before I was just going back and forth on this lip. Let's try that. Different technique. Alright, this time we're just going to go whole glob like that. Here, go all the way down here. I'm going to apply a little more pressure than I did up on this lip. Only because I just did it once really, really light and it didn't affect it a whole lot. So I'm going to see if pressure has anything to do with it. Alright, so there's a clean part of the cloth. Yeah, it definitely polished it up. This still has, I don't know, it's in the metal itself. So I'd probably have to really buff it out. But this lip does not have that for some reason. And like I said, I buffed it out. Man, it's smooth and shiny. I don't know. Let me try lowering the speed on this this thing. Here, let's put some right there. Slow it down a little. Put pressure on it and it slows the wheel down. Alright, let's see what that did. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. I think that's going to be the key, is that it's going to take more pressure on this surface here. Than it did on here. I don't know why. But I just want to show you that, that this polishing cream does work, man. And that other stuff is probably way old, so it probably would have just lost its effectiveness. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk at you later. Okay, sorry. One more thing. I had an idea because I used this polishing kit for some paint work, paint repair. When you get a mild scratch and it just leaves like a white thing on your car, and you can actually buff it out, get rid of it completely. Anyway, I had this kit left over from doing that, so I used the rough buffing pad, and then I had some of this scratch remover, which is basically just a little rougher rubbing compound. Well, it's a rubbing compound, and the polishing compound is a little finer. It goes even smaller particles and swirls. And anyway, so it's actually starting to work. I did it once. Let me just show you real quick what I'm doing here, and I used this because the contact area on this thing is basically this big, you know. That's just not going to cut it. It's going to take me forever to get that done. So now we have all this area and we can make big swipes. And anyway, so we're gonna put some of this, shake this goop around the outside. Ooh. Easy. All right, we're gonna start doing this. Cool, yeah, and it just doesn't take that much effort, which is the key to this. I mean, I could buff this thing out by hand, but number one, it would take me forever. Number two, my hands would be just sore. So we're gonna start with this stuff, and then we're gonna move back. We're gonna get the other polishing, or the pad, or whatever they call this thing, and use that metal polish on that one and get it even finer detail. So that's the spot basically from here to here, the test bed. I'll show you. So it cleaned up. It feels pretty good. There's still some very small nicks and things you can kind of feel. Oh, I need to do this surface of this piece here too. I'll do that real quick. Open the cap. Put the goop on the goop wheel. And get off easy. Just do 2 of these spokes for now. See how well it works. All right, check it out. Grit. Well, it is smooth though, that's for sure. It just doesn't look as polished as it could be. I don't know, maybe once we get that what you call it, the polishing cream, the final pass. Alright. Last time, I swear. Well, no, we'll show you one more after we get done. I'm gonna just let this speak for itself. Before, after. Damn, I'm good. Later.